What's good, YouTube? Travysty here, and today we have a very special video for you guys. Now, as you guys may have seen in my update video I did recently put up, I am a part of the Pokemon Invitational Cup. I was part of the stream. I don't know if you guys just heard my cat there. My cat's like, well, I haven't been in a video in a while. It's time to get a new habit going across, bringing back that habit. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and run through my draft picks in order, actually. At that. I'm not going to go into great detail on some things. There's going to be some things I want to be kind of left in the air of mystery, just that way whoever is watching me, watching this video isn't like, so that's what he was going for. But I will give a brief overall of the team and stuff like that. So without further ado, we're going to go through the picks here. And we're going to start off right here. So first round, there are 13 picks in total. My first round pick is a mega pick, and I think I was about halfway through the draft. However, before the draft even started, I decided, hey, you know what would be great? To have a mega I don't have to contest. Because I was thinking about the Pokemon that I find to be the 3 best megas in the game, which would be Altaria, Scizor, and Venusaur. I think those 3 are just phenomenal. Metagross, definitely an arguable mega to be in that trio. So I was thinking about those 4, and I was like, do I want to get those? Because they're strong. However, I was thinking about it, and I really wanted to run Mega Manectric. So I went ahead, and this is actually my planned pick, was Mega Manectric. This Pokemon is the definition of power for my team. I really enjoy Mega Manectric. He is the Static Shock. So I'm really happy that I was able to get a hold of him. And he's just the Pokemon I need. And with him having base 135 speed and 135 special attack, I think he's a viable addition to the team. Next up, we're going to have Latios. Latios was my first pick in the OU draft, and he was actually my #1 priority pick. So I'm really happy with the fact that I got Latios. He is the more damagey of the twins, the brothers, the lovers. But I really enjoy Latios. I think I'm bringing a little bit of Joey in here, and it's just one of those very versatile Pokemon. This is also my first ever draft, guys, so I'm drafting things that I feel like are flexible, and I'm able to build very organic teams around, because I think that's probably the best thing I can do. Next, we go for another psychic type, another psychic legendary chilling in OU, the nice and powerful Jirachi. I love Jirachi, base 100 all around, and it's one of those pokes that's just very versatile. While it's able to be a Hat's God, it's also able to be that annoying nuisance that just won't die. So I really enjoyed this poke, and I'm happy I was able to nab it on my team. I was going between Jirachi and Mew on this. However, because I chose Latios, I didn't get Mew. That's just how the cookie crumbles, guys. It's a draft, and it's also snake format, so no matter what happened, I knew I was going to get sniped because Mew was one of those picks. It's just too good not to be in the first pick. So my third pick, I was looking at Latios and Jirachi, and I was just like, I have 2 psychic types. Huh. What obliterates those? Dark types. Alright, well, let's get Keldeo. Keldeo is really nice. It's justified as his ability, of course. There's no changing that. But it's a good poke. I really enjoy Keldeo, and it's got 129 special attack, which is pretty freaking good. So it's just one of those pokes. I was just like, oh, I have a weakness to dark. This will actually help my weakness against dark pokes. And this Pokemon is just honestly a really nasty poke. Like, it does a lot of work. So I'm really happy I was able to get this. This is actually, Keldeo was one of the picks I had lower in my priority chart, but after I got Latios and Jirachi and looking at how other teams are building, Keldeo is just, it's perfect against a majority of the teams. Next, we're getting into our UU picks. The first UU pick I got was Donphan. I wanted bulk. It's got sturdy. It's got, if I want to, I can run Sandville on it if I really want to. But it's one of those things where sturdy is just too good of an ability. It's really good as a lead, and it doesn't even have to be a lead. But it's got really good attack and defense. The only thing that really weighs it down is its special defense isn't good and its speed isn't good. But that being said, I'm not too upset. I really love Donphan. It's up there for one of my, it's top 3 second gen poke for me, that for sure. But it's an amazing poke, and I'm happy to have it on my team. It's very reliable, and it has a very cool moveset, so I'm hoping I can have some fun with some Donphan, because I am definitely a fan. Now we got the one poke that made me, I was sitting here snapping my fingers because nobody picked this up. As you guys can tell, the theme of my team right now is nobody wants to take a hit from this team. Like, I could probably take my team at the moment, just from the 6 pokes that I have on the screen, and just call my team no switch-ins, because there's no switch-ins really to my team. So it's a very powerful team so far. I've got the damage here. It's base 140 attack. So this poke's actually going to be doing a lot of work. So I'm definitely happy about that. Next off, we're going to go into our second portion of it. Our final UU pick that we were able to get was Porygon Z. Porygon 2 was already taken. However, I actually have a preference towards Porygon Z, just because if I really want to, I can have different abilities that all work really well. Adaptability is a great ability. Download's a ability that you can really use depending on switch-ins. And if you do that, I mean, it's a free freaking up special attack if you use it correctly. Like, it's really good. And analytics. So if I'm really slow, I know that I'll be able to just bop something. But adaptability is pretty strong on this poke. And I mean, it's Porygon Z. I think this Pokemon speaks for itself with its base stats. It's a good poke. Porygon 2 usually is the one that gets used just because of Eviolite, but it's really dependent on that Eviolite, so catching a knockoff really hurts it. So I'm perfectly fine with being able to pick myself that nice and powerful Porygon 2. Now, there was a plan that I came in here with for sure, was to make sure that I drafted a Rotom of some shape or form. And my favorite Rotom is actually Rotom Mo. So being able to nab Rotom Mo was actually really big for me. It's a pretty good defensive poke. I can run it defensively. I can run it utility. I can run it as a special attacker. I can use it to keep up this theme of no switch-ins. Like, it's a great poke. It gives me a lot of variety, and it kind of goes with that theme. I have Pokemon that have the potential to do a lot of damage all at once. But at the same time, I also had the option to be organic with my team building and choose whether I want them to be more defensive or if I want them to be offensive, or if I want them to just support all the other pokes that are on my team, which is perfectly fine as well. Next, we got Magneton. This is actually a pick that I really wanted, because Magnezone is a powerful Pokemon, yes, but I actually prefer to be able to nab the Magneton down into NU ladder. Or RU, whatever the ladder's called. But I think it's RU that I'm talking about here. But I was sitting there looking at it, and I was just like, you know what? Magneton's really good. It gets Magnet Pool. Somebody did draft Ferrothorn. This Pokemon's pretty powerful, and it's got Sturdy if I really want to be a cheeky guy with it. It's got Analytic, and it's got Magnet Pool. So if I want to, I can run this as a Trapper if I want to. So having Magneton is really good in my opinion, just because it's not too much worse than Magnezone in all honesty. So I'm happy. Next we got Ambor, which I was actually really surprised I was able to get, because Ambor is such a powerful mon. So I got my hands on him and really shocked that I was able to. It goes perfectly along with my theme of you ain't taking a hit from this poke. Like, that's the theme of my team still. Like, every single Pokemon team still has that theme going with it. Ambor, nothing really wants to switch into it. He has to, whoever battle me really has to team build very properly, to be honest with you. Next we got Horiyama. Horiyama was actually my first pick out of the NU ladder for good reason. This poke's so good. Conkeldurr got taken up in OU, and I was trying to think, and I was like, who does a good job at playing the same game as Conkeldurr? And you know what? Hariyama does do that. Not only that, the fact that he has Thick Fat and Sheer Force, I can do utility on him as well. He's got great attack. He's got a lot of HP. Like, I literally have a freaking amazing fighting type Pokemon right there. It is ready to go. And this Pokemon's actually my third pick. I'm going to go over to my second pick in a moment here. Since it wanted to, I guess it overrode it. I'm actually surprised I got this last, to be honest with you, because this Pokemon is really good. It's Quagsire. It's nice and built. This Pokemon is just too good. I'm really surprised I was able to get this. I mean, yeah, its base stats aren't insanely crazy. However, it can be a huge defensive Pokemon. I think it's one of the more defensive pokes on my team, to be honest with you. Like, it's not really a Pokemon that you don't want to switch in onto, but it's one of those Pokemon that is definitely hard to deal with. It does carry Damp, so if I want to, and I know somebody's going to self-destruct, you know, I can route that Damp and prevent all their plans. I have Water Absorb, there's Unaware, like, there's so many different things that you can do with Quagsire, and I love him for it. And next up, we are going to go back. Yeah, for some reason it made a team. This was actually my second pick in this tier. It's a nice and powerful Pyroar. This goes back to the theme. Nothing really wants to take a hit. Pyroar is really good. It's got 106 speed and 109 special attack base. That's not bad at all. So I'm really happy with that. It's got dual stab that I'm able to utilize, and honestly I can run it physical or special if I really want to. So I'm not actually upset about being able to nab Pyroar. It's a huge special attacker. It prevents people from setting up with subs and stuff like that. So I'm definitely really stoked about being able to have Pyroar on my team. And with that being said, that is it for us today. We are... I'm definitely hyped. I've been planning to go against my week 1 opponent, which if you guys do not know, it is Hawker. So I'm definitely excited to show him what's what. I feel like going against his team, since he does have experience already, is a big test for me right off the get-go. So I'm really excited for it. I'm also hoping that I can pull off some clever moves. I have a couple strategies. I have a couple teams built already. So I think I got this, guys. I think I got it. But don't let him know that. Don't let him know that. Without further ado, guys, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like. Be sure to check out the Pokemon Invitational Cup's Twitter. And as always, if you haven't subscribed today, be sure to subscribe and join YouTube's greatest travesty. And be sure to bring a friend along, guys. You know you want to share in the travesty with your friends. Alright, well, without further ado, guys, you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed the video.